Hello everybody, welcome to your next free singing lesson. We've still got the lovely Jess here demonstrating for us. So if you've been listening to Jess up to now, you'll have worked out whether she has a similar kind of voice to you. We were just chatting about it, and Jess actually has quite a similar voice type to Sarah. They're pretty much the same voice type. So as Sarah demonstrates in one of my earlier videos, so you can watch that and you can see very similar things kind of going on. Every single voice, of course, is unique. So when I say similar voice type, it's you fall into the same kind of family of voices. I think I'd class your voice as soprano, same as Sarah's, but a spinto-ish soprano, where the lower notes are definitely fuller and warmer than a lyric soprano, like Carrie, who's also on our one of the demonstrators on the channel. Okay, so let's get straight on with your next vocal exercise. And if you watch some other videos, you've probably come across this one already. It goes aye, 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 ma. It's a bit of an unusual sound. Jess, could you demonstrate it for us? Have a listen to Jess do it, and then once you feel like, yeah, I can do that, go back to the beginning and sing along with her. Try to stand up, breathe properly, stand with good posture, make sure your hands aren't around your back, but instead you're standing very straight, so with good Alexander technique kind of posture, so you can breathe nice and deep. And sing along with Jess. So it goes like this. Aye, 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 ma.
Aye, 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 ma.
Perfect.
Aye, 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 ma.
So it's that slight swoop up to the sound. We want that. That's correct.
Aye, 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 ma.
Very good.
Aye, 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 ma.
Very good.
Aye, 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 ma.
Good. And this strange sound is just designed to get the voice to warm up, to get some of the cartilages in your throat to move in the correct kind of way, the arytenoids to move in the correct kind of way, the vocal cords to approximate correctly. So don't worry that it doesn't sound anything like a song. It doesn't really sound anything like singing. It's just a peculiar sound. Jess has done it so many times now she doesn't probably even think about it. We do it all the time, don't we? When you do it, watch out for your attack. I talked about in some other videos the 3 attacks. So here Jess is doing a very nice, well-balanced attack. Can you show us an aspirant attack on 3? Jess, that's the one with the H.
Aye, 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 ma.
So you can use an aspirant attack if you feel like it's getting a bit stuck.
Aye, 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 ma.
Very good.
Aye, 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 ma.
Good. Did you notice something on the last one, Jess, and this one? What could you describe what you felt?
It
feels like
it's changing.
It's changing.
Sound, yeah.
Okay, so if you've been singing that at home, you will probably have found either on the last one, this one, possibly the next one, or possibly the one before, that you start to feel like something wants to change. It can happen as early as the G, if you're a sort of lyrical soprano. And it's the moment when the arytenoid cartilages really start to come a lot more forwards, and quite often people describe it as going into, how would you describe it?
I don't know. It's
Going towards chest voice.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We want to, as far as an exercise goes, we want to avoid going into chest voice there. We can go into chest voice, no problem at all in the songs. That's something quite easy to do. That's what we do when we speak, so it's something that's easy for us to manage. The tricky thing is to avoid going into chest voice. So to avoid it slightly and make sure that the voice continues stretching and the thyroarytenoid muscle stays relaxed, that's quite important at this point. You feel right, Jess?
Yeah.
We want to go softer. So there's the trick for this one. Particularly on the ma. Aye, 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 ma. So the ma should be a bit softer. It's not quite the same in a guy's voice, but you'll hear it in Jess's voice.
Aye, 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 ma.
Correct. Did you notice there how it doesn't feel like it's changing?
Yeah.
It just feels like it's in that
That's more
one.
natural.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Aye, 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 ma. Aye, 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 ma.
Very good.
Aye, 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 ma.
Good. And now from here it starts to feel a bit easier, like it knows what it wants to do.
Aye, 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 ma.
Good.
Aye, 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 ma.
See what I mean?
Aye, 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 ma. Aye, 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 ma.
So we're down in the speaking voice kind of register, where that little transition, that little passaggio, that change, that break, people refer to it in all sorts of different ways, that bridge, has been negotiated, and we're now in a place where we don't feel like we need to worry too much. Yeah, feels easy. Okay, now the tricky bit. Let's go up the scale to the high notes. Let's go up to the B flat where we started. So now you can sing with quite a nice energy level. You don't have to be soft. Very good. Nice well balanced attack. Just open a bit more like yawning. You feel the difference there? Can you describe what difference you felt in your own words, just so people can relate to it when they're doing it at home?
It feels easier.
It felt slightly easier because you opened up the throat.
Yeah, and it feels like you can give it more because you're wider.
Because it's wider.
Yeah.
Does it feel higher in your body or lower in your body, do you think?
Lower.
Lower,
Yeah.
okay. So there's a tangible
Feels
feeling
like
of lower.
around about here, yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, that's good. Let's carry on like that with a nice low feeling in the body. So though we're going up to what we would call a higher pitch, it's not actually higher up, it's higher energy or higher frequency is what it literally is. And higher frequencies are caused by higher energy, so there's a higher energy level to it, but you shouldn't be thinking up at all. You want to keep it low in your body. Hey. Let's have an aspirant attack on this one. Good. A bit lower in the body. That was lower. Lower still. Perfect. That's a tricky one. Now one more for the E flat, which is where it starts to change. Good. The ma is the difficult moment here. So I felt alright. Did you notice a slight difficulty on the ma?
Yeah.
What is it? Can you describe what you feel?
It sounds slightly stretched.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. So the IE is helping. The vocal cords are stretching back. They're stretching. They're going slightly longer. And then when you do the ma, there's a slight feeling of tension creeps in, and that's correct. We just touch that ma just to give the vocal cords a little bit of a stretch in there. Let's have that one again, if we may, Jess. Yeah. And then we'll go two higher, go into the next zone of the voice, where it really has much more of a head voice quality to everything, the mechanics and the sound. Open wide, like yawning, go for it. Perfection. Now the more you go for these last two, the better they will be. The good thing at this point in the female voice is the voice knows what it wants to do. You just have to lose all your fear, which is much easier to say than to do. Open wide, go for it. You feel a little change kick in? Sometimes it can tickle a little bit in the throat, so don't worry about that if you feel a slight tickle. It's just the arytenoids moving correctly. If it scratches, probably best to stop, but a tickle is okay. And the last one, open wide like yawning, go for it. Very good. How did that one feel? Easier or harder?
Easier.
Right. So once you get past those points, those passaggio points, those points of change, those bridges, however you want to refer to them, breaks in the voice. Some people not really that fan of the word break, and as you can hear, Jess's voice is not breaking there. There's just moments of instability. But once you get through them in the right kind of way, it can actually start to feel very free and quite a bit easier, like the voice knows what it wants to do. So go back to the beginning, sing along with Jess. You can always skip through my chit chat in between, or listen to it and go over the various points as they arrive as you see fit. But I hope you enjoy singing along with that, and I hope you feel the benefits to your voice when you join us for the next free sing lesson. So thanks to Jess. If you haven't already, click subscribe, which is coming up here, and here comes the next lesson. So click on that and you can carry on lessons. Although it's a good idea to have a break. So before you do the next one, go and have a cup of tea and then come back and join in with some more singing. All right, see you soon.